Hey guys, welcome. Sorry I haven't been streaming for a few days, but welcome back. It's been big Christmas. It's been a little bit busy, but got a lot to discuss tonight. A lot to discuss. But Banter's the first comment. How you doing, mate? Matthew says Wagwan, and Asian Gaming's here too. So the crew's here, and Marcus is here as well, mate. How have you been, Marcus? Have you had a good Christmas? And same to all of you out there. Have you had a good Christmas? Because be interesting to know. Dybala won't be coming, says Fortune. Well, we'll be discussing that in a little bit. Arsenal 1-1 now, says Marcus, which, yes, I've just seen that. That is depressing, to be honest. How you doing, Beck? How was your Christmas? Arsenal bottle jobs, massive bottle jobs, and they were all over Palace in that first half as well. So, annoying. First of all, do you like the new backdrop? Literally all I've done is hung up some shirts of mine, but hopefully it looks a bit better than just a blank wall. So hopefully that is better. How can you watch that crap, says Fortune. Agree. Radio. There you go, mate. Radio it is. So let's start off. We will discuss Dybala. I've got some points. I had to write them down because I forget everything. So let's just start off with a quick review of Burnley. He's got the shirt. How you doing, Jamil? How you doing, Red Devil fan? How you doing, Fortune? I think I've already said you, Fortune. But if any of you saw my fan cam on the United stand, really enjoyed that. Actually, enjoyed meeting Flex, seeing the man in the flesh. Really enjoyed that, and enjoyed doing the fan cams actually, and seeing some of the other ones that were going up. And I think some of them. When you're there and watching them, you see a little bit different to maybe as they get edited on the United stand. But it was good doing it, and I pretty much said how I felt. I didn't want to hammer United too much, and actually, being at the game, it was strange because do you know what? Like 2-0 down at half time, I was absolutely livid. I honestly think I've been to Old Trafford. I've probably been less than 50 times in my life, to be honest. And out of all the times I've been, that was the worst I've ever seen United perform. In that first 45 minutes, it was tragic. But there was always hope, and that's what you get with United. There's always hope there. And when Lingard got that goal in early on in the second half, honest to God, I said it to Lauren, who was with me, my girlfriend, I've never seen Old Trafford so noisy, so loud. And do you know what? You have to give a big sort of clap to the United fans in that ground, because they were behind them players, behind that team. And I really enjoyed watching that. And actually, I come out of that game, actually, on the second half performance, I quite enjoyed it. And I didn't want to, because I said it in the fan cams, I don't want to be enjoying 2-2 draws to Burnley. That ain't right. But United reacted, and I liked that, and I liked, the way Lingard reacted. I thought he'd come on and fucking change the way we played. And actually, for all the stick that I've been giving him, I thought Mkhitaryan played okay. And do you know what? He played okay. He wasn't great, but he showed a bit of fight. Is Ross going to turn into Mark telling us about the game he went to every 10 minutes? Yes, I am, Beck. Did you hear I went to the game on the weekend, by the way? I respect other opinions, but sold is an absolute fucktard. If I didn't even see that, but if some guy said he wants Matic sold, mate, did he say that on the fan cams? I'd have headbutted him, mate, like that, bang! No, I'm only kidding, no violence here. Lingard got a Fergie time goal. Lingard was fantastic for us. So just to let you know, I went to the Burnley game. Scouts to spend lots of money and one fuck all. We'll talk about Van Dijk in a minute. I was about to die when I saw the guy wanted Matic out. I've got to watch that. Hams wants me to do Skype. I'm going to set that up. So in the next week, I want to start Skyping you guys, because you've all got great opinions. Do you know what? Yeah, I fucking love talking to you guys. So why not get you in voice? Not in the flesh, but in voice. I don't think my computer or internet will be able to handle visuals as well. But Matthew McFadden, he said he wanted Matic and Lukaku sold. Thought Zlatan should have stayed on for the whole game. Fucking hell. Oh, mate, I'll watch it back, but that sounds horrific. And he was watching a different game. Do you know what? I don't think Zlatan deserved to come off. I just think that, look at the impact Jesse had. And we had players like that off the bench. So, that's what we needed. But, look, my overall thoughts on the game is it was tragic. The first 45 minutes were crap. I thought, I love Rashford. I love him to bits. But if you're going to praise the guy for being world class when he's playing well, you've got to hammer him when he's playing shit. And he was fucking abysmal. Like, awful. And I'm not talking about, what, I'm going to keep saying it. I went to the game, blah, blah, blah. I was watching him a lot, man, and off the ball, you can ask me a question, Matthew. Off the ball, he was fucking crap. There was one point where Luke Shaw had the ball at left back, right? Their defence was on the halfway line, and Rashford had his marker pinned. He had their right back pinned, and he wouldn't run. And Shaw was looking at him. The whole of Old Trafford was going, "Run, Rashford!" And he just fucking stood there, and he let Luke Shaw run the ball past him. And I was like, mate, you have to sort, you can't do shit like that. Flex was getting red-headed. Did you go to the Burnley games? Yes, I did. He's all talk now, sadly. Completely agree regarding Rashford. Yeah, do you know what? I'm not writing him off. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. I just think, even these young lads, if they're not playing well, you've got to give them stick. They can't just get away with murder. If Mbappe played shit, we put these players like Rashford in the same lights as the Mbappes of the world. We put him on that pedestal. We have to criticise as we would these Mbappes. Rashford the next Danny Welbeck. No, I think we're relying too heavily on him. I mean, fucking get him off free kicks. Fucking get him off corners. Because that's just going to piss the Old Trafford crowd off. Because every time, you can hear it. Every time Rashford was going out for a corner, people were fucking shouting from the stands where I was, going, "Get him off the fucking corners!" And that was how we all felt, and I bet that was how you felt watching the game. Give Rashford the Mourinho treatment. I think we're going to see, based on what I've seen from Rashford, I think we're going to see a lot more of Martial, and I think we're going to obviously try and buy a winger. But look, that kind of concludes the Burnley game. As I said in the fan cam, though, the underwriting reason to which we were 2-0 down at half time, for me, was Jose Mourinho's tactics, because got it wrong yet again. And actually, why is it taking him a fucking... you win like 3-4 games on the back playing fantastic with a formation, change it, it'll go down a fucking pan. Why does it take being 2-0 down at Burnley at home to fucking change back to the right formation? It makes no sense. Chris MC, the atmosphere in the Burnley game was quite bad compared to other games. Second half was better. I agree. I was sat in the surroundings. Well, I was in the Stretford. And the Stretford end can be strange because it's supposed to be where the noise comes from. It was flat, I'll give you that. But just when that goal went in, it was as loud as I've heard it, because I've been to quite a few flat games at Old Trafford, and I'm going again on Saturday in 2 days' time. So I'm hoping to see a bit of a reaction. I lost my voice after the game. You'd have heard that on the fan cams. Has it been rejected? We'll talk about that in a minute. Alan never doubt the mighty Charlie Austin. M&R bid most likely hasn't been made. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Rashi tries way too hard, and he even denied giving Mata the free kick. Yeah, mate. I think that's false confidence that Jose puts in him. But Jose needs to start fucking sorting these shit tactics out. And I love Jose, I'm Jose in, but I fucking want to see free at the back. And do you know what? I haven't written this down in my fucking handy book of notes, but I've got to say it. Mark Goldbridge gives him a lot of stick. This is his opinion. But why are we not playing Daley Blind? What's happened to that guy? Why are we fucking all of a sudden down on centre-backs and Daley Blind's just can't even get in the squad? For me, Daley Blind's best position is at centre-back, but he can't play in the back four. For me, we were desperate in that game for a player who could play at centre-back but pass the ball forward. For me, that's Daley Blind in a fucking nutshell, right? If we play him as a back three, he won't get so exposed with the one striker because he's got two other backups. But Daley Blind is a player that can actually take the ball out from fucking centre-back. And we only put Matic in centre-back. What a waste of a fucking, what I class as a world-class defensive midfielder. What a waste. Play your Daley Blinds, man. It's like utilising your squad. Fucking pisses me off, mate. Blind is good in a back three. Agree, Matthews. His two quicker ones, exactly. Bay and Jones giving each other groin injuries. Yeah. Look, I like small. I am a Blind fan, so I may be biased, but yeah, I just think we need to utilise that guy more. Don't complain about a fucking shit squad or lack of shit squad when you won't use half of it. Come on, start using it. But that's that. That's the personnel. Look, I think that Jose in his press conferences, I put this down, he's obviously coming out of a lot of shit in his press conferences, coming out of a few fucking comments where everyone's a bit like, what? You know, it gets trending on Twitter straight away. I honestly think Jose's doing his classic world-class Jose Mourinho deflection tactics, which is what he does. I mean, everyone talks about Jose after that game. No one's talking about shit Rashford. United fans are. Yeah, we're allowed to do that. Media ain't picked up on that. They're just talking about Jose, and I think Jose wants that. It is proper deflection tactics, but also at the same time, he has been so key. I mean, Chris MC wants Blind, Darmian, Rojo, Young, Herrera out. You can't get rid of all that in January, mate. We ain't got nothing to replace it. Do you think if we had Martial instead of Rashford, we would have won? No, because we'd have still conceded the 2 goals. That weren't Rashford's fault. Do you have Xbox One, Hamza? No, I have PS4. But look, Jose, he's been clever. He's really forcing Woodward in this fucking transfer window, I think, because every comment is about money, it's about January, it's about transfers. He's forcing it now. He's forcing it. And I do think, I'm not saying that a bid went in for Dybala, but I think this is a direct reaction to what Jose wants. And I think Jose's doing good things at the minute with United. Personally, I think Zlatan forced himself to come back so early to prove a point. Didn't take into account the fact that he's still not 100% ready to play football. No, he isn't. I'm starting to see a bit of defeatist in Zlatan. His body language doesn't look right. Does not look right at all. If Jose goes, who can we get in? He doesn't go for me, Alan, mate. Doesn't go. How you doing, Subflex, mate? Lee Johnson, Alan. We need to spend at least $250 in the next 2 windows. At least, agreed. Don't you think Martial scored though? Yeah, you know, you could say that, but then, you know, he had a shocker in the game before that. I mean, he missed an absolute sitter. So you know, you could say that, but you never know. You never know. But I think I'm hoping that we get Martial back on the weekend's game. Yet to see Zlatan's presence on the pitch. I mean, Zlatan got in some good positions. He's just so slow to take the shot. 2-1 Arsenal. Fucking yes. Now, the reason I'm happy with that is because I'm in a last man standing thing in a WhatsApp group, and I've gone for Arsenal this week. So that's good. Sandeep's here. How are you doing? Asian Gamers retracted a message. Don't know why. But that's that. So I think Jose's deflection, and I think he's trying to force Woodward's hands in this transfer market. Right, should we do it then? Ins and outs in Jan. I've just dropped my notepad, which is tragic. Ins and outs in Jan. Who is it? Come on, talk to me. Tell me who your ins and outs are. Now, about a week ago, on a previous video, someone in the live comments, actually pretty much the majority of you were saying, let's get Dybala. Let's get Dybala. I pretty much laughed it off, called you all idiots and said, we can't go for unrealistic targets. It's ridiculous. Now, I'm going to be honest with you and say that I was a fool for saying that. An absolute fool, because I hadn't actually read into the Dybala transfer. I hadn't realised what was going on at Juventus, at the time. I just presumed that he was unavailable. So I'm missing so many comments, guys. I've got to keep reading your comments. The one point he called me Hamza. I'm not Mark. I'm Ross. But thanks for calling me Mark. Zlatan tried to portray himself as superhuman. Didn't work, did it? Got £110 of Christmas. Asian Gamer. Don't spend it on FIFA points, mate. My ideal summer window would be Dybala, Savic, Munier, Goretzka, and Tierney. Tierney's a random one. The Scot. I know who he is. Not for me. I know you've put me there as a curveball, but not for me. I have seen him. I just think that we've got players in our youth that are as good. I think the players you named there, Munier, potential world-class right-back. Dybala, we all know who he is. Savic, read a lot about him, haven't seen him play, but again, potential world-class. Goretzka, phenomenal footballer. Tierney's just a little bit of a, you know what I mean? We need to get rid of Darmian, Young, and Blind the most. Chris MC, don't like Blind, do you, mate? You don't like Blind, which is fair dues. The one point Jose is not good is that he plays defensive and he always changes his formation. Agreed. Not the defensive part. I think that's all part and parcel of football. The formation change is fucking stupid. Absolute stupid. Thoughts on Draxler? I have a lot of thoughts about Draxler. I'd love him at United. Mad Marcus, is a big Draxler fan. And I think if you ask him any winger you could have in world football, I'm pretty sure he would go for Draxler, and I'm not far away from thinking that myself. We've got 90 mil for Jan, so Herrera, Mickey, Darmian will have enough to let the next level. Dybala is the closest thing to Messi now. Perhaps it's Scott biased I have. I think the fact that I want Celtic to lose their best players. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Tierney is good. but for the Scottish League. Kind of what I was getting at. So look, you've hit me with some great ones. Goretzka, Malcolm, yeah, another one. Carrasco, who is Nathan. That's a great shout, because I was just reading today about how available he is. Like, literally, they want him out, which is crazy. Really decent player. The only thing that worries me about Carrasco is he's a winger who's great feet, great attacking prowess, but I don't think we need wingers like that. I think we need fucking wingers. I know that sounds a bit stupid, but like a Perisic, like a winger that's going to just do what wing players should do. Beat your full-back, cross the ball. Beat your full-back, cross the ball. At the minute, we've got too many wingers that are kind of hybrid. They all want to be strikers, you know. At the minute, all our wingers are failed strikers. I'm not saying that Martial's failed. I'm saying that he's, you know, for some reason or another, the manager hasn't trusted him as a striker. So I want out-and-out wingers. I really do, and that's what I think Draxler is for me. Tom says, Draxler, right wing, Dybala, Cam, Goretzka and Bonucci, cost max 280 million. What a dream that would be. Bonucci will never leave Italy. Yeah, I agree with that. But we'd get overlinked all the time. We'd end up with Peter Crouch and Shane Long, M&R, comment of the night. You're absolutely fucking right. Yeah, but do you know what? Draxler could be possible. Would love him. I'd love him too, Chris. I mean, that's the point, innit? I think the Dybala, the timing of this is quite key. Has come from the Manchester Evening News. Now, they have a lot of links to Old Trafford. Now, they've come out with a lot of bullshit in the past, right? But they do have links, and I think the timing of this is key. And I always thought, let's talk about Dybala, and I'll fill you in with some other transfers later. I forget that I've got to give him a shout out because he was updating me with some stuff about it earlier today, a Twitter account that I follow. And he was coming out with some good information. He was telling me stuff that I didn't know, and I kind of sort of called him up and I didn't know that, mate. And he told me, and I went into some more detail looking around. It's United cover. So it's at United cover. We were talking about it today, talking about Dybala. So I never realised that apparently he's started to get, how you doing, Martin, mate? He started to get dropped from Juventus recently. A supposed mass fallout with the Juventus manager. Now that makes him, in my eyes, available. Kieran's here. How you doing, mate? Our attack's perfect, but we don't use it properly. Wouldn't call it perfect, but it's fucking good. I think Rio needs to change his tactics. I'm tired of this crap football. We need to change tactics back to what we were doing. Free at the back, mate. It works. But look, Dybala for me, from what I've been reading, is I think he's available. I really do. I think he's an available transfer. Now you're just arguing over fees. I really don't think a bid's gone in from United, but I can guarantee that contact has been made. I guarantee. And look, you cannot underestimate the Raiola factor here. How you doing, Kieran? M&R, I'd play my cremated nano. Fucking hell, mate. That is strong. So the Yorkie bar is worth more than Darmian. Go on, just drop in the comments what things you think are worth more valuable than Darmian. And do you know what? To start it off, I'm going to say this bottle of Tesco extra virgin olive oil with 10mm left in it is worth more than Darmian. But he's available, and I think contact's been made. He's got Raiola as his agent. Now, we all know that Ed Woodward is secretly shagging Raiola up the arse because every fucking transfer we do is that bastard. He's getting a lot of money from us, but do you know what? I quite like it that we United are in bed with an agent because it means we're snapping up his quality players. Agent Gamer, it's fucking Raiola, mate. He's got that fat prick pie-eating bastard as his agent. But you know what? We are Raiola FC at the minute, and long may that continue. For me, he's only sold as one dummy, which is Mkhitaryan. Ross, look at Jose's tactics. How is he going to play? It's not like Pep, Conte, Wenger, Klopp. He plays more defensive and boring game, to be honest. I'm not Jose out, by the way. He does, but not when we play 3-5-2. Ross, Guardiola would buy that for 200 million. What, Dybala? Probably. Well, we'll see. This is what I'm on about. It's Alex Hutchinson are worth more than Mario Darmian. Alex Adams, Fredo, packet of Chris. Yes, I love that guy. Well, you know, Pep Guardiola isn't shagging fucking Raiola though, is he? And do you know what? It's quite interesting that City still haven't got the pull. You know, fucking hell, City lost out to a centre back to Liverpool. Fucking Liverpool. you know, he ain't got that much fucking pull over world transfers, is he? If he's, you know, lost out to Liverpool. The bottle from Tesco, 10-year-old cock cheese is worth more than Darmian. We don't need a left back when Shaw plays like this. Shaw had a good game. But do you know what Shaw needs to do though? For me, and he can develop this quite quick. He needs to develop an Ashley Young cross, because Shaw was in the most phenomenal positions on the weekend, but his cross never beat the first man. Now you could say it's brilliant defending. You know, it wasn't a wasted chance. Every time it went out for a corner. So you still clap Luke Shaw, great, you fucking bomb forward one as a corner, but if he got that delivery bang on, fuck me would he get some assists for us. Especially like he's kind of two-footed, you know. So I like the fact that he's getting some regular game time for us. I really, really do. It's a great point. But look, from what I've been reading, we've gone in super low. Apparently United were, I don't think a bid's gone in, but the rumour is that he was touted around the £58 million mark is what United were willing to bid. Now, it's classic from a football club. It's what I do on Football Manager. You know, so maybe, you know, Wood was learning from me on Football Manager, but you go in low. You go in low and test their patience. You know, what 59 million, what you after? Now, the media have gone over TT and said Juventus won't sell for anything less than 140. Now that's bollocks. From what I can make out from reports that I'm seeing, is that United could have this guy for near £90 million. Now, I don't think he's a January transfer. That's the worry. But you might be able to tell me. I don't actually know if Juventus, they are still in the Champions League. Haven't they got fucking Arsenal or someone? Not Arsenal. Yeah, they got Arsenal, haven't they? No, they've got I forget what they got. Tottenham, innit? It's Tottenham. Liverpool win the league because they've brought a centre back. Oh, the Liverpool shit. I'll talk about Van Dijk in a minute. But it's what a load of fucking nonsense that is. Absolute nonsense. If Moo offered me 20 million Darmian for a Freddo, I'd say fuck Darmian, just give me the money. Yeah. I'd say fuck the money, just throw Darmian in the bin. Recommend me a fire in the booth. It's a tough one, man. Tough one. Try Chipmunk. Chipmunk, he's decent. He's decent. He obviously started out with some shit, like poppy shit, but he's a decent MC. But that's the MC and shit over with. I really do think Juve will want 130 mil. The market wasn't crazy. Yeah, but the thing is, we literally nicked Pogba from them. I think they will actively look to sell Darmian, and from what I'm reading, that Juventus want, they want a bidding war, and if they don't get it, they'll have to sell cheap. It depends whether a Barcelona, and it's key. United, for me, and again, what I'm reading, have dropped all interest in Griezmann now, so we can fucking wave that bastard goodbye. And do you know what? Ta-ra. And again, you guys have probably read the same shit that I have, but again, what I was reading, that actually from day dot, Jose had his doubts about Griezmann. And I think it may have been a two-way street with Griezmann saying, actually, you know, I want to stay at Atletico for another year for loyalty. And I think Jose may have gone fair dues, because apparently Jose was doubting not his ability, but whether his ability was worth the price tag. Do you know what? If you look at his form this season, I think Jose was bang on to do that. Look, he'll probably go to Barcelona and do crazy, amazing things, but I'm going to throw the live comments a question now. Answer it seriously, and please take the fact that Griezmann will probably go to Barcelona's hat off here, and answer it with your head. Would you rather pay £89 million for Griezmann, or pay, you know, someone said in the live comments, £130 million for Dybala? Now, if I was to give you the choice now, your club was to sign one of the two, who would you sign? Bearing in mind one of them is going to get number 7 as well. I'll be interested to see where the majority of you go on this one. I know where I would go, and I have my reasons for it, and I will explain that. What about Weasel in Dortmund? For a play, Chris MC, mate, spot on. I love that guy. And you're actually spot on with Matic. Like, we need to find him, you know, we can't patch up around Matic and then go, fucking hell, we need to replace Matic. Hang on. Right, M&R, Dybala all day. Asian Gamer, Dybala all day. Matthew McFadden, hasn't Dybala all day. Chris MC is Griezmann. Alan Burns is Griezmann. So we've got a couple of Griezmanns. Dybala, United fan. Pogba, mate. That's the wrong hand, isn't it? Camera reverses, but fucking Paul Pogba's my favourite player. He will stay for longer. Dybala. Bantam wants Greasy. Grease. We could get Griezmann and Goretzka for 130. Just look at Dybala's form this season. Whoever scored the most goals, Dybala, of course. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think Jose's worried about price tags. He keeps giving out to the board about... He keeps giving out... Yeah. I think you kind of, Tom, you've kind of touched upon what I'm probably going to say. Everyone's saying Dybala for the longevity. He's got strength from playing in Italy and Greece doesn't. It's a good point, mate. Abdul says Griezmann. So, do you know what? He's pretty split. I think it's probably 70-30, but, you know, Griezmann got 30. Puts me off. Griezmann's form, yes. Nathan wants both. Dybala's more realistic, which is interesting. I think actually kind of the Griezmann ship sailed, isn't it? And look, if they were both readily available, it would be Dybala for me. And the reason for that is, the genuine reason is I don't give a fuck how much money United spend. I couldn't give a flying fuck if we signed Dybala for £790 million. Because do you know what? We fucking got the money. So spend it, you fucking Yankee bastards. And that's not a diss on American people. I love American people, but them two fucking bastards need to get out of our club. Spend the money. Spend it on. But what's 40 mil to fucking United? You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people saying, oh, in the comments, I get it. Oh, but you could get Goretzka and Griezmann for 130 mil. Well, fucking hell, mate. Like you've all just said, sell Darmian for tenner. Do you know what I mean? Sell some of this fucking deadwood. Get rid of Mkhitaryan. Swap him in. Actually, I fucking forgot to say that. 59 million quid was low. Apparently, that included Mkhitaryan, but Juventus weren't interested. Again, it wasn't a bid. It wasn't a bid. It would have been just a general discussion. There's a difference. A bid is a formal fucking... Well, it's probably email nowadays. I don't think we use fax machines anymore after the De Gea debacle. But a bid is a formal statement that we formally want to offer you as a football club, blah, 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 for this player. That's a difference between one CEO picking up the phone, speaking to the CEO of Juve and going, how much for Griezmann, mate? Because we're willing to give you Mickey and 59 million, and the geezer's gone, nah, I don't really fancy that. All right, mate, no worries, and I'll have a little think and maybe come back to you. That's not a bid. I genuinely think that phone call's happened. I really do. Fortune loves Mickey. He grew on me a little bit in the second half of that game. I thought he showed fight, but he's fighting for his career here. Red Devil fan Glazers need to put money into the club. They are money grabbing cunts. Yes, they are, mate. Don't believe in swap deals. I don't. Not anymore. Thing of the past. What happens nowadays, I don't know if it's for tax reasons, but we'd sell Dybala, well, buy Dybala for 130 and then we'd sell him Mickey for like 20 mil as a completely separate transfer. Would you swap Mickey for Weasel? Chris, mate, like, 100% yes. And don't think that I'm hating on Mkhitaryan when I say this. I'd swap him for a lot of players around Europe. And that's not me hating on Mkhitaryan, that's me saying that I actually quite like Mkhitaryan's personality, and I don't think he's set up for United. And I kind of want to see him go back to German League and start doing madness again. Hams wants me to do a watch along. Do you know what? As I go to games all the time now, mate, I can't. But no, I can't, mate. One, I would never do a watch along at the same time as Mark, because one, I wouldn't do that, and two, I'd get fucking only one viewer. And secondly, I haven't really got the time. It's a lot of time and effort to go into a watch along. Black shirt is beautiful. It's my favourite United shirt of probably all time. But I did love it when I brought this one. This is the last year's kit. Yeah, I love buying that one. And I love Paul Pogba. And do you know what? You know how happy I was seeing Paul Pogba walk out for the second game in a row as our captain. And do you know what? Each captain's different, but I did see a bit of leadership on that pitch from Pogba, especially when we were like, you know, when Lingard got that goal back, Pogba was fucking going around to every player. Come on, like, this is it now. Lukaku's fucking G'ing up the crowd was brilliant. It's the only thing he did all game, but I fucking loved it. After every goal, Lukaku was fucking, come on, it really got you going. I'm not, but I don't like, you know, so like Timo Werner. some great, you mate, Chris. You got your eye on that Bundesliga, mate. And there's some talent, and you're hitting the nail on the head. Timo Werner, quick on FIFA, quick in real life. Sandeep says 5 pod cap. Can we expect some spicy Football Manager streams in the near future? I'll try. It's time again, McFadden. I'm going to do more of these, man. Like, these are easier for me to do rather than like a PS4 stream or a gaming stream. These are easier because I can just, like with my little notebook, write down a few things and then just let you guys create the content. That's kind of, I'll just keep coming up with random backdrops. I'll see if I put another top. Do you know what? You may have seen it on the picture, but my brother bought me this. Which, he got the fucking wrong lettering. If you're watching this, he said this has a 90. He should have got it in black. He should have got it in black. Or grey, it's like dark grey. Or even the Premier League black. So he got the wrong writing for me, but you can't knock him, mate. He's got him fucking brought me a United kit for a Christmas present and got my name on the back. So, massive shout out to him. The Arsenal score, apparently it's 3-1. Ibrahim, mate. Sure it's still that. Bundesliga academies have developed for some of the best in the world. Yes, we need to do the same thing. Slime Asmar is here, along with German football. Pogba has a massive influence in the dressing room. Yeah, M&R, mate, spot on. He's not just an influence in the dressing room. I said this on with Mark once. He's got an influence over every United transfer. I really do think that. I think Lukaku was bought for fucking Paul Pogba. It really is Pogba FC. It really is. And fucking let that happen because the geezer is mint. And do you know what? I fucking love all these absolute wankers. Give that twat a shout out. Whenever you see him on BBC Sport, Garth Crooks, the fucking Pogba hating bellend. All these Pogba haters just make us love him more. Fuck them. What would you do if Pogba came on your live video? Don't know. I'd probably lose my shit. Absolutely lose my shit. Why are you telling me that he's going to? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Pogba encourages our squad heavily. Pogba FC. He offers everything. Pogba FC. We have the best youth academy in the world. Yeah. Yes and no. We get some amazing talent come through our youth. It does concern me why they never push on. And I've got concerns over Gomez and Tahiti Chong because, wow, you can see the talent there, right? But, there was talent in Fosu Mensah. Hasn't made it. For me, I don't think Fosu will make it. I just don't know. Something's missing. We get this, like, immense talent, right? Wrong hand here. Immense talent comes through. God, it just misses out. And don't know why. I've got PS4, Chris. Pogba is absolute class. Anyone who doesn't really like that is a plonker. Garth Crooks is an absolute plonker. If Pogba came on the screen, yes, Matthew, I'd be doing what that emoji is. Well, that's not Pogba, but I am here. Classy Chris Smalling. Nice, Smalling. How are you, Mike Smalling? Lots of youth training with first team today. There's a Van Dijk. We'll talk about Van Dijk in a sec. Should Lingard start ahead of Ibrahimovic now, seeing as his performance? Yes. Yes, Lingard has earned a fucking start in the next game, and probably the next two. Fosu's class. Fosu is class. That's a guarantee he won't make it United. Not saying that I agree with that. I just have that feeling, and it'll be disappointing and frustrating for us all who've watched this guy grow up, and he'll probably end up at Palace. They'll probably sign him. And then just like Zaha, in about 2-3 years' time, he'll be doing worldies, and then we're going, should we have kept Fosu Mensah? Now, you may be able to fill me in on this, guys, but do you think that we, as a club, can bring Pereira back? Because I'm not sure if that was in the clause in his contract or not. But if it is, for me, forget signing any player. Well, I don't forget it, but the fucking, literally, at 1 minute past, as soon as the fireworks go off at midnight for Jan, you go bang, trigger that buyback clause, not buyback, but trigger that get out of loan free clause, really, because we need that guy back so much. Pogba is Ross, French lover. Mike Smelling is my favourite United player. Take it a bit Smalling, but Van Dijk. We'll talk about Van Dijk. We will talk. Chris MC, same here. Emma, I agree with you. So Van Dijk, guys, what do we think about that transfer? What do we think about that transfer? I mean, A lot of United fans wetting their pants. Do you know what? It's got good and bads for Liverpool, and there's also a few good and bad points for United with that transfer going ahead. Fuck Pereira, says MNR. Strong words. Van Dijk went 40 mil less than Pogba. But yeah, but for me, Pogba's now worth 120 mil, you know. The market's raised, so's Pogba's fee. We shouldn't have sold Zaha. Pereira would be absolutely revelation, playing on each wing, not blistering. We should get him back. We should get him back. Would be now, with Dybala summer all day. It would be one of them. The transfer need, but again, like a transfer like that's happened in the summer. The groundwork has to start now. Is a good signing for Liverpool, says Riffaf. That's what we'll talk about that in 2 minutes, but I'd absolutely agree with that. I rate Van Dijk, so it's a bit reserved. Yeah, Matthew, mate. Spot on. Now look, if United went out and bought Van Dijk for £75 million, would we all be pissed off at the transfer fee? No. And if United had the defensive problems that fucking Liverpool had, I'd want United to go out and spend the fucking moon to get the player that they need. I think Van Dijk's going to be a fantastic signing for Liverpool. He will be their hands down best centre-back. And I do think, I know it's not Liverpool, but I'm going to comment on it because everyone's talking about Van Dijk, and I'm not going to be, I hate Liverpool, but I ain't going to just be biased and say that it's a shit transfer when I don't think it is. Firstly, stop City buying him. That's a good move. You know, fuck the fee. I'm just glad he didn't go to them fucking blue bastards. I think he'll be decent for them. I really do. So I actually think Jurgen Klopp has done okay there because, you know, if you've got a defensive, if you've got problems at a centre back, you need to go all out. And with what United had as a centre back issue, we could afford to buy a Victor Lindelof, right? We had enough stability to take a risk on a player from another league and give him time to adapt. M&R thinks I support Liverpool. I fucking don't. The thing is, what Liverpool had to do, they were fucked at defence. They could not go abroad and buy a centre back. They could not. They didn't have the strength and stability to do that. So they've had to buy from the Premier League. They've gone. Who's the best Premier League defender who is available? He ain't the best centre back in the Premier League by a mile, but who's the best Premier League who's available? They've looked at Van Dijk and they've thrown the book at him. And the jury will be out on him. He will make mistakes though. Apparently Marcel is here. How you doing? Good things about Van Dijk. It forces the ball to back Jose. That's what I mean, mate. There's positives for United in that transfer. It's a good point. One, City don't get him because that would be worrying. Two, it will. I mean, but fucking Jose Mourinho can now go to Ed Woodward and go, how the fuck have the bin dippers got £75 million buying a centre back? Yet we fucking struggling to come up with £58 million for someone like Dybala. I'm not saying he's going to go for that, but fuck me. If they can afford £75 million, we can afford 750. That's how I think about our club, man. We're 10 times what they are. 10 fucking times. They've got Keita coming next season. He's a quality player. Again, worrying. Fucking worrying. More reasons why Jose needs to get in that boardroom, lay down the fucking law. Start laying it in. Marcel asked me if I watched the game yesterday. Of course I fucking didn't. I don't have any interest in watching any shit that comes out of that City fucking horrible shit club. So no, I didn't watch it. Lindelof is better than Van Dijk. Do you know what? Potentially. Van Dijk's probably in the better form, but I'd agree with that. Absolutely agree. Pogba's friend includes for Pogba's friends. That's a good point, Asian gamer. We should start listing Pogba's friends because I guarantee that's who we're all going to be linked with. 3-2 Arsenal now. We must be in the closing minutes, though, right? Must be. Let's have a look at this then. We'll just give you an update on that. No one's commented on my new jumper as well. Spent about fucking fortune on this in the Old Trafford store, so I'm gonna wear it, gonna promote it. Please answer my question. What do you like about Man United Stadium? The atmosphere, the history. This is something that I don't like about United Stadium. It's the fact that fucking all of the white structural beams that hold the roof together never get cleaned, so they've actually gone green. Pisses me off. But the history of our stadium, history of the ground, the success, the fucking support, the fans that pour in. I think logistically it works really well. it just gives me goosebumps. And do you know what? I've even walked out at Wembley, right, to watch United play. It doesn't give me the same feeling of walking out at Old Trafford. You just like, no matter who you are or where you're from, right? If you come from far away to come watch United, if you come from China, if you come from Australia, if you come from India, and you come all the way over to watch United, you'll feel like you're at home. And that's a weird feeling because you sit there, you've watched United, you've seen Old Trafford, you've seen the stadium on FIFA, you know it so well. And walking out of the dugout, well, it's not a dugout, but walking out of the tunnel that you're sitting in, up the steps, and you see that pitch, and you're like, I'm fucking home. I'm absolutely home. Hazza, who do you think is the young player under 23? What, the best young player? How you doing, Rye X Rye? Best young player under 23. Fuck me, I'd have to think about that. I really don't know. Best in form, or am I just talking about potential or ability? In form, I can only really think of Mbappe at the minute, but I'm sure I'm missing so many decent players under 21, so you'll all correct me on that. Dybala posted a tweet with Agent P at the start of the season. Exactly, Agent P's a fucking one here, mate, you know. Do you think Spurs is better than Arsenal? Yes, hands down. Spurs have probably got one player that's worth the combined amount of Arsenal's team, and that's Harry Kane. The only unlucky thing for Spurs is he will not be there next season. Ross, fancy us for Alexandro, says Chris. Yes, absolutely. Again, he's another Juventus player, though, so we've got to be careful. We can't. I don't think they're going to sell us too many of their own players, but he's out of contract, mate. And when players are out of contract, you've got to go fucking hell for leather to sign them. So, again, I'd like to think that... thank you, Beck. You're the first person that's commented the hoodie. Cost me an absolute fortune, but it's my Christmas treat to myself. My brother is a security guard at the Aviva and can watch every game there. Aviva is at Norwich's. I think it's Norwich's. I bet he's watched some great games there. Sandal is talking about Marcel's mum, so if you're in the comments, Marcel, you're more than welcome to delete that comment. Kane is going to go for 150 mil. Kane to Real Madrid. Kevin De Bruyne ran the game. Kevin De Bruyne ran the game yesterday. Newcastle was chasing his shadow. Marcel, you give me another comment about City, I'll take you off moderator, mate, because I'm fucking sick of watching it. That's a warning. That's a threat. How you doing, Nabel Bass? Ross, your hoodie is sexy. Thanks, Chris. The News Gaming says, what the fuck? Norwich is Carrow Road, ain't it? I don't know. What's the Aviva? I ain't got a fucking clue. Do you think Man U is better than Chelsea? You shouldn't call them Man U, really, but I forgive that mistake. But obviously I do. United fan. We're above them in the league. We had a stronger group stage in the Champions League, albeit it was slightly weaker. But yeah, mate, totally. Ireland, says Nathan. Is that Ireland Stadium? See, I didn't know that. So you would have watched some good games there. I'll take that back. Agent P should have a TV show. I like that. I like that. He should have a TV show. Martial goes to training in an Uber. Does he actually? Is that true? Like, you just made that up. I'd fucking believe that. Everyone's caning. Aviva is Ireland. There you go. I just thought, you know, Aviva, I think they sponsor Norwich or something, but thanks for clearing that up. Great fan cam, by the way, said Subflex. Thank you, Subflex, mate. I'm going to do another one on Saturday. So I'm going to the game on Saturday as well, mate. Spurs won't be anything about Kane. Look like they used to finish them. Kane's immense. Yeah, you're right. They will struggle without him. How do you replace Harry Kane? How do you replace Harry Kane? They'd be fucked, wouldn't they? They'd be absolutely fucked. Well, they'd look at Charlie Austin, I suppose. We've got an undercover as mod, Ross. I don't know who the undercover is. Have me a scrap, says Connor Seddon. Chris MC, I think Manchester United need to invest about 400 million in the next 2 windows, and we can contest for the Champions League and Premier League. Yeah, look, for me, obviously, look, I've been so positive about the Premier League, but it is over. The win yesterday kind of compounded that, but it was over about a year ago. Not a year ago. Fucking probably was, but a month ago. We're still in the Champions League, so fuck me. I don't, you know, you could say, oh, we need this much to compete in that competition. I fucking want to compete now, if we spend money or not. Are we going to sign Dybala? Who will you win a scrap between you and House? And it's fucking obvious, isn't it? Look at me. I'm a fucking nut job. No, I'm only kidding. I'm not an aggressive person. Not anymore, anyway. I'm too old. I'm too... As that guy at A Lethal Weapon once said, I forget his name, Captain Murtaugh, I am too old for that shit. Vincent Janssen to replace Kane. He did well last season, yeah. Fucking righto. Martial scoots it on the scooter. We could have signed Kane for 100 million. Now he's 200 million. Yeah, he'll go to Madrid though. Dybala is one of the best young talents in the world. Will Dybala sign for United? I said it earlier in the stream. If you didn't hear it, a week ago I did a video and someone in a live comment, there was a few of you, put that you think United should sign Dybala, and I fucking laughed it off and was like, it's never going to happen. It's unachievable. We should set our sights a little bit lower and some up and coming talent. But actually looking at what I've been reading over the last few days, apparently Dybala's unhappy. He's had a fallout with the manager. I think it's a possibility. I really do. I think it could happen. I just don't think it's going to happen in January. I don't think you're going to get... Well, apparently they're not playing him anyway, but you're not going to get, you know, one of the best players for a team who's still competing in the Champions League, selling it to a Champions League rival, albeit he will be cup tied for that. It will just massively weaken Juventus, and it won't happen. But it is a potential summer transfer. And what I said, the biggest thing in this whole thing is Raiola. And when Raiola's involved, it's rarely a rumour, because he's the one that fucking spats his shit about. Now, whether he's after a new contract for his man, I don't know. And if he's using United, it wouldn't surprise me. But, yeah. Matthew McFadden saying to unsubscribe. That's the sort of thing you get blocked for saying, mate. So I'd retract that one if I was you, mate. Heskey is the best player ever. Marcel's talking nonsense. Ask Marcus this. Would you shag Mariah Carey even if it meant United would never win the league again? No. No, absolutely not. For me, just to answer that, I'll see what... yeah, welcome to all the new viewers, by the way. I hit my peak viewers tonight. I had like 55 at one point, so thank you. Please drop a like, because I'm a small channel, so I'm desperate for likes. I'm a like beg. I'll just sit here and beg for a fucking hour if you want. But no, please drop a like. It really helps me out. Yeah, would I shag Mariah Carey if United never to win again? No, it'd be fucking one night of alrightness. And to be honest, Mariah Carey, you know, like, as she's getting on a bit, is just a bit of a fucking slapper anyway. So I don't even know if I'll be that keen. And also, you got to sit there in fucking years of misery watching United fucking lose. That'd be heartbreaking. And you get all them fucking bin dipping scousers eating food out the bin saying that they're better than United. Fuck that. Mariah Carey can go fuck yourself, you slag. England to win the World Cup or Man United to win the Champions League? England to win the World Cup for me. You may want to slander me for that, but in my lifetime, I've watched United win 2 Champions League, and they're probably the 2 best nights of my life. I've never experienced United winning the World Cup. I've experienced getting fucking anywhere close to it. So, whatever. You may hate me for that, but I have to go with my heart. Yeah, thanks for the views. Thanks to everyone who's new. Salah to Real Madrid. Could happen, mate. Could happen. Chris Salazar. Marcus said yes. Fucking, yeah. What I'm going to hammer him for that. England World Cup all day long, says Chad. Agree. How you doing, Chad, by the way, mate? Asensio should come to United. It's an interesting one. He's a little bit the Real Madrid love child, though. Like, the vibe that I get from Real Madrid fans is he's kind of like their Rashford. They fucking love him. Even though that Real Madrid fans are mercenaries, and they have been giving him a little bit stick because he's dropping form, but they do genuinely believe he's going to be one of the best midfielders in world football. I don't believe that. I think he's really good. I just don't think he's going to be that good. I don't think he's a Dybala. United win the World Cup. I mean, there are kids watching. Yeah, mate. Sorry, mate, but this is. I don't feel myself. Goldbridge for United manager. That would be hilarious. Can you imagine that? Imagine Goldbridge doing his fucking press conferences, walking his dog in the field. I'd bang that bitch all the way home. What, your ears burning, were they, Marcus? Their fucking ears burning. Ross, well done on your appearance with Flex. Thanks, mate. Enjoyed it. Like I said, so I'm going to be doing the fan cam on Saturday. Yeah, so tune in for that. I did a match day vlog for my channel, but decided not to upload it because most of the stuff that I said in it, with the result, was just fucking look ridiculous. Like, I was going, oh, we're going to fucking win this by like 4-0, and oh, this is going to be a piss take. I don't even know why Burnley have turned up, and I just didn't do it. So I didn't upload it, but I will do one on Saturday, and I'll upload it regardless of whether we win, lose or draw. But yeah, it just didn't, decided not to bother. And you also got my match reaction with Flex, so I thought it's pointless me doing another one on top of that went up on the United stand. But I'll have a bit more time after the game, this one, so hopefully I can. Nabel Bass has just subbed. Thank you very much, mate. And anyone else who's watching that hasn't subbed, please drop a subscription. Daily content on this channel, quality daily content. You know, I'm going to change these backdrops. I'm going to see if I can. I need to get a. So this is one for the live comments, right? Chad, busy at the moment. He is busy. This is one for your comments. The back of this shirt hasn't got any name on it, right? I'm going to the game on Saturday. I'm going to go take that top. I'm going to take it to the Old Trafford Megastore, and I'm going to get a current player's name on the back. Now, drop a comment as to who you think I should get their name on the back, and the majority, if the majority is good, I'll go with it. I know I kind of was leaning towards a certain player, but I want to see if you agree. Get Mourinho out of our club, or I mean club, says Connor Seddon. You're Mourinho out, I respect that, but I'm not there yet, mate. I'm not there yet. I think he needs to change get fucking Roger. He needs to change a lot, but I just need to. I want to see a consistent formation. I've had two people say Darmian, block and delete. Do Pogba. I've already got Pogba on that one. Dybala's name, that'd be fun. Do you know what? You know, you say Dybala. I've heard rumours that actually United refuse to print players' names on the back if they haven't signed. Like, you know, I know you can, like, if you, well, what if my name's Smith, blah blah blah. But if it's actually generally like, you know, if you wanted Ronaldo or Messi on the back, they have turned people away. Tony Martial. I haven't got Martial on the back of any United tops. That's a good shout. Another Martial. Yashid is a Liverpool fan. Not Rojo, says Mike. I love you, Marcus. Is it Sandal? Yeah. Get snaps on the back, says Banter Fellaini. There's a lot of diversity. I haven't seen a majority on anyone apart from Darmian. Yashid coming out. More Liverpool players. Ross, play me a game of FIFA. If you lose, get Darmian. I'll give you coins. No. Michael Chloe says, fuck MUFC. Mate, yeah. You can come on here and sag United off. Mate, I only get 50 odd. Well, it's the first time I've ever got 50 viewers. So if you want to come here and watch and sag United off, you're more than welcome to. But I'm sure the live comments will destroy you, because that's what they're here for. Terry, get views because of Ross's vid. Get Bay, that's sick. Bay's decent. Everyone sub to Ha. Get Mad Marcus on the back, or Fellaini. You deserve way more subs. Thanks, Jamil, mate. They'll come. It'll grow naturally. How's it, Ross? How you doing, Welsh Warrior, mate? EMH, he's relevant. Yo, my G. How you doing? Bailey Wood. That's a good, cool name, man. Get Tell and then Burn It. No, it's my favourite kit ever. That's literally my favourite United kit ever. I fucking love it. Sub to Hazanati and Man Marcus for monthly great content. Daily content for me, mate. Daily content. From now on, every fucking day, I'm going to drop you something. Even if it's 5-10 minutes, Ross is blowing up. Yeah, mate, won't be long. Won't be long before I hit a mil. I ain't taking a piss. Do you know what? If it grows, it grows. But I just genuinely just like talking to you guys. Find it fun. And you know what? I hope it's entertaining for you. I hope that you enjoy it. But it's entertaining for me as well. I do generally like reading your comments and asking you questions and watching your dodgy shit replies, like Darmian on the back of United top. Thanks for that. Thanks very much for that. I'm going to call it a day. I've been streaming for probably just over an hour, standing here with me United shit on the back. Get Lingard. Lingard's a shout. It's a shout. Do you know who I was going to put? Actually, before I go, none of you mentioned who I was going to get on the back of my top. Not fucking one of you. Now you've got to tell me who you thought I was going to get. Ross United stand out by 2018. Now Ross is getting Martial. End of story. Arthur says that. How you doing, Arthur? Nath wants to be Nath, I'll sort that out for you. I know what you said. Manchester City, dude. More streams, more subs. Agreed, Nabil. Sub to me because I'm begging. Good night, Ross. Lindelof says Chris MC. I've called the firefighters because you're on fire, says EMH. Who is gay? Me. I'm not really, but not anything against that. Lingard, Lindelof, Big Rom, interesting. Or Rashford, Shaw, Martial, Shaw. One of you's mentioned it. De Gea, Rashford, Marcus, my buddy too. It was actually Matthew McFadden, the absolute know-it-all. He got it right. I was going to get Matic because do you know what I normally do? Pogba was the first year that I ever put the player's name on the back of my top before I'd seen him play. I normally give it half a year and I go with who's my favourite player at the time and who I think's been performing the best, or even like most improved kind of thing. And I was shocked at Matic. I was absolutely shocked at how well he's been playing. So I was going to get him on the back. And I also sometimes like to not go for the big name, but when fucking Pogboy signed, mate, I literally like. I think when he signed, I only had 90 quid in the bank, and I think I spent 80 on that. Like that's how excited I was at the time, mate. It was nuts. Matic is a good shout. Sure, Matic is underrated, says Connor. Matthew is a suck up, says Marcus. But Marcus, you knew it anyway, so it's good that you didn't comment. Dybala bought 92. I love Dybala, so Matic is such a tank. People normally get attacking players. Bit surprised you went for Matic. Yeah, I just like him. Don't cry, Marcus. I'd get Bay. Bay's great shout. But if I was to get Bay, I need to see him play more than 35 games a season. And I know like injuries are not always his problem, but you know, they are. I'll tell you what, before I go. Nah, bollocks. I'm going to leave it until tomorrow because it's daily content on this channel. So I've got some questions for you tomorrow and it's one to think about. And I'm not going to tell you it now because you just answer now and ruin it for me tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm going to do a preview for the Southampton game Saturday morning because I want to do some live stuff in and around the ground. It's really hard for fucking signal. But when I was driving up to watch the Boxing Day game, I was obviously driving. I couldn't. Chris' favourite shirt is a 99 shirt. I put a picture up on Twitter of me as a kid in that. Big boy, after my Skype call last night, I'm now going to be on a new United fan channel. Nice, mate. Well done. Streaming after this, mate. Yeah, it's Marcus streaming. Big boy, you'll work tomorrow. Working from home, but I'll be about. Leaving us hanging. Gotta go. Leaving you hanging. But guys, thanks for watching. It literally the highest viewer rate I've ever got. Really appreciated that. Foot champs. No, not doing foot champs. Fuck that. Literally done with FIFA now. Saturday morning for me is driving to Manchester because I live in Scotland. It's painful every week. Yeah, well, I'm getting driven. Getting chauffeured, mate. So I'm going to do some live stuff on the way up. You know, just to interact. What did you see, Mark? At like 14, no, didn't see that. Foot champs, Marcus, you streaming tonight? A lot of people asking that, but yeah, night guys. Thank you for watching. like, share and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow about the same time, 9 o'clock. Daily content, daily quality content.